It's happening, my friends. You know what time it is. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin podcast, presented by Rugged Evolution Beer Care. Rugged is the new smooth. Look, guys, this is an exclusive because, as you know, I drop new episodes of the Arrington Gavin podcast every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via podcast. So wherever you get your podcast, whether if it's iHeart, Spotify, Stitcher, you name it, hey, you can tune into the Arrington Gavin podcast. Also, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via YouTube and Facebook. So be sure to check out the YouTube channel, Our Smooth Club Media. Subscribe, hit the like button. I truly appreciate it. And also check our Facebook page, Our Smooth Club Podcast. It's so much shit I got to remember. So I'm like, just bear with me. But look, I'm so excited because, of course, on this show, not only do I get to sit down with you, the listener, the viewers, just chop it up, talk about, trending stories. I give my unfiltered opinion on it. We also will talk business here and there, but I also enjoy bringing on some guests and some amazing people that I truly want to just give them their flowers and, hopefully can provide great info and, just share them on the platform. So I'm very excited because on today's show, this isn't exclusive because this will be airing Saturday. So I'm actually pre-recording this right now. It's Friday. So it will be airing on Saturday. And I have my good friends, Miss Michelle Young and Nina Nicholle on. So they are the creators of the Full Package Contest, a singing songwriting competition. I've spoken about it on my weekly radio show in your city. I've spoken about it here multiple times. And I'm just very excited because it's an opportunity, man, for a lot of talented artists out there that probably has never got the opportunity to share their gift and their talents. And finally, there is an opportunity for them, and it's happening in Hampton Roads. And I'm speaking with the people that are creating this, so I'm really excited, very, very, very excited. What else do I got to share? Any new things before I kind of get them going? Tuesday. So if y'all haven't voted, Saturday is the final day for early voting. I always speak on this show the importance of voting, knowing what's happening in your local communities. We always hear about what's happening in the federal level, but guess what? You got to understand and know what's going on in your own community, especially as a business owner. It's very important to get your insight, be informed, okay? Especially young people out there. For those who say, hey, your vote don't count, that's BS, because if y'all complain about gas prices and price of this shit going up, look, y'all need to hush and y'all need to vote, because look, your vote can go a long way. So last day for early voting is Saturday, but the election day, the final day to cast your vote, will be November 7th. And that night, myself and my good friend, Mr. Conrad Shesventer, will be hosting what we call Election Night in the Commonwealth. It is our going to be a live election coverage where we're going to have a bunch of our good friends that's worked in politics on the local, state level, even federal level, former officials, campaign consultants, political commentators. I got my good friend, Dr. Eric Lavelle, that's going to be coming on. He is the political and legal analyst for WTKR's News 3. He's their political analyst for their station. He's also the host of two shows on WNSB, the Clavel Report, State of the Water. So very excited to have him on. It's going to be a big night that's happening at 8 p.m. November 7th. So be on the lookout for that. And also Sunday will be the first of auditions for the Full Package contest, which I'm very excited because, like I said, this isn't exclusive. I will be a part of this great establishment. So I'm excited. Y'all. But before I bring them on, look, I'm gonna give a quick video giving a little more information about the Full Package contest. So hold tight, would you? Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Nina.
See. Godly. Gotta put on for my team. Put on for my team, yeah. Gotta put on for my team.
Get ready for the ultimate music competition that will leave you on the edge of your seat.
The Full Package, where the best of Virginia will battle it out to prove they have what it takes.
Hello, we're your host. I'm Nicholle.
And I'm LITS. In this thrilling competition, contestants will face electrifying challenges, testing their musical knowledge, skills, and creativity.
You have one shot to prove you're the full package.
Only the most exceptional performers will rise to the top and claim the title as the full package. Every note,
Every move
every beat counts. Who will have what it takes to become the ultimate music sensation and reign supreme as the full package?
Don't miss the full package, where dreams are made and legends are born. Tune in for the most thrilling music competition of the year.
Coming soon to your screens.
The full package.
This is great. I like the choice and the texture and everything. Right. Mind blowing.
I've never seen talent like this before.
You've got the full package.
They just really trying to help me with my dream. Put on for my team. They only ones that know the love.
That's just so dope. That is just so dope. I can't look the logo, the full pack. I love it. I love it. Well, without further ado, I want to bring on Miss Michelle Young. Michelle Young, as y'all know, she is also the co-host of In Your City, which is a weekly radio show I host every Sundays at 12 p.m. on WNSB 91.1 alongside our, what's the guy's name? I forgot. Oh yeah, comedian Ciroc Fox Young. Him and it's an inside joke with it. He's my brother. He's my brother. But yeah, Michelle and also our producer Cam Galley. We have a great time with that. She's a businesswoman, financial officer, doing. I call her the hustle queen because she does so much. She has so many businesses. So excited to have her on. And also Miss Nina Nicholle, who is an R&B recording artist, songwriter, producer, music engineer. She is also not just blessing us with her music, but with her service, because she is currently serving in the military. So the girl juggles as well. So I'm excited to have both of them on. Let's go. Let's bring on. How y'all doing, family? How y'all doing?
Hey.
I hope that intro was cool. I hope I didn't forget anything. Did I leave anything out?
It was perfect. It was definitely perfect.
Well, look, I want to first thank y'all because I know y'all, exhausted. Y'all are extremely busy women, and I thank y'all for putting out the time out of your busy schedule coming here on the Arrington Gavin podcast. So again, I thank you. And I also want to thank you for, bringing me onto this project, because before I kind of go on, can you tell the folks where this idea came about, creating the full package? Whoever wants to, start first.
You got this. So I guess if I were to start at the beginning, it was a dream. I had a dream about the contest.
I'm sorry.
It was all a dream.
It hit me.
It was all a dream. And so this was last year. And so after I had the dream, of course, I've always been in music. I grew up singing in the church and writing music, with my parents, who were heavily involved in encouraging me, in theater, chorus, and of course, as I said, performing in church. So, music has always been a very strong part of my life. But also last year, I started going to Hooked on Hookah in Newport News. So I had this dream, and then I just, decided to go to Hooked on Hookah last year. And when I walked into Hooked on Hookah, Nina was actually performing, and she actually was hosting there for over a year. Yeah. And so when I went in, I just was starstruck, literally. Like, I just stopped in the middle of the room and I just watched her. And it was almost like, watching my dream in a way, but also the realization that, how the quality of the music, the lyrics, how she was performing, how she's very dynamic and, just very expressive in her performance. And I just stood there. And watched. And then after, I got to meet her in person and we had this fun connection. She told me I look like her mom.
That was the first thing I ever said to her.
I reminded her.
Wow, Nina, you got to work on that. You look just like my mom.
But for the viewers, just so you know, I almost could be her mama. Age-wise, I could almost be her mama. So we laughed about it, and after that, I told her, I said, I just have to ask you, what are you doing here? Because, the quality of music that you're at, I felt like she should, be on tour, like she should already be signed to a label, and so that was just kind of my opinion, along with seeing some of the other artists locally I've been going to local music events for, a couple years now, just, the ones in Virginia Beach, Norfolk, just trying to always scope the local talent. So of course, seeing Nina, seeing her team, it just started to form in my head that this dream that I had, I obviously had it for a reason. And, I felt strongly about wanting to help, change some of the dynamics within music culture in our area. So around the February time frame this year, I did leave. I hadn't gone to the lounge for a while. I was just going through, to be honest, it's a really, really, really difficult and rough season, probably, one of the worst in my life. And for whatever reason, the Lord spoke to me one day and said, get back to that hookah lounge. So I did. I went, back to the hookah lounge, and I saw Nina again. She was there performing again. And, we just started talking. And after that, we started hanging out. And, one day we just sat, and I told her, I said, I have this idea and I want to tell you about it. And I would really love to do this. And then she took my idea, which was a seed, and she exploded it into a whole flowering tree, to be honest. She took something that I just had a foundation of that I wanted to do, and then she turned it into so much more. And so we started planning February, March, we started planning. And, I want you to tell your side of it too, of course. And that's how we kind of led into adding all the team members to where we are today. But yeah, you tell your side of it.
You're about to make me cry.
I know, I'm getting teared up too. I'm like, man, we have come through.
Give me a minute.
Yes. But so, yeah, she started coming to my shows that I curated. And initially at Hooked on Hookah, this was 2 years ago, they had booked me to be the sole headliner for every single Friday. And I told them, I said, look, I feel like that's a little awkward if I'm the only person singing here every single Friday night. Like, that doesn't give me time to make new music or like anything like that. So what if I created my own show and hired other artists to be headliners? So that's what we ended up doing. So we had people come in for open mics. I started promoting it as open mics. And I told the artist, if you come here 3 Fridays in a row and you show me that you're consistent and you want to be a part of this, then I will book you as a headliner and start paying you. So what we started doing is we were building a team. It fluctuated between like 5 to 8 people, but they were there every single Friday for a year. And so I have so much love for all those people that were there. And that was the first thing that I was ever like, okay, this is something that I'm dedicated to, and I don't care about the money. That's what was really important to me, was not, okay, how much money can I put in my pocket? So when her and I started discussing what we wanted to do for the full package, we didn't have a title name. We didn't have any idea how big or how much effort we were going to have to put into it. But we both agreed the whole mission statement, the whole reason that we're doing this is not about the money. It's about creating a new environment for artists to where they know to invest in themselves, but not to let people steal money from them. And from my personal experience being an artist in this area, unfortunately, and this is in the music industry everywhere, it's not just in Hampton Roads. It's not as much about the music as it needs to be. A lot of it is more about how much money people can make off of artists or how much money people can make off of door sales. So yeah, her and I were like, we need to create something where these artists feel like they're upgrading in their careers. So we go to open mics at least twice a week.
Yes.
I've been performing at open mics, but it starts to become a plateau. So we were like, what can we do to where the artists in this area feel like they're moving on to a bigger step? And we have something in the water. Shout out to Pharrell, and his shows were amazing. Yeah. We went this past year. Yeah. So we were like, what can we do to get this new generation to have a new opportunity? So here we are today. Yes. And we're excited. We're always transparent about it. It's the first season. So there's always gonna be little nerves and obstacles, and we've had plenty of obstacles, but we get through it, and we're very strong partners, and I appreciate Michelle so much. and she's a very strong woman. I'm sure you know. And
She's strong.
yes. And we actually collected, I don't want to say collected, we we found our team members through going to the open mics and seeing, okay, if we're our definition of the full package, we want the artists that are on our team to be what we consider the full package. So we can help teach other artists and improve other artists in the area, whether that's on their songwriting, on their performance, on anything pertaining to their music, for them to know what a quality like mix and mastering song sounds like. So, and music business, that part too is really important. But
I love it because hearing both of y'all share your sides of how this idea was started. I always like to compare stuff to like just starting a business, just startup businesses in general. And I always love to kind of throw little gems to our listeners and viewers about, entrepreneurship and business. And one thing I've heard was the fact that, okay, you never said, okay, look, I'm going to be better than this person. It's always going to be a competition. I said, wait a minute. We win in numbers. If we bring both ideas together, we can really thrive on, because Michelle, you said it started off as a small seed and then you pass it on to Nina, and then it grew out. And then Nina spoke about, okay, every single individual that I networked with that said, okay, look, let's do this music. They're like, okay, I'm on for it, because everybody has one common goal. It's not always about the, look, I'm about to get rich, I'm about to make this money. You have to always know about the ways, the journey, the stair step that it's going to take in order to, achieve that goal. And I see the team that you have they're dope. One thing they all want to see is others build and thrive. And that's why I'm so excited to be a part of it. The judges as well. You have a great line of judges, great team. I mean, I'm so excited because as a Hampton Roads, lifelong Hampton Roads native, we have so many artists, right? And of course, like you mentioned, Pharrell, we have, of course, our top tier, the Timbaland, Pharrell, Missy. How many times can we hear that? Teddy Riley, and all this, who else? Coco, for SWVE. We have so many people that are in the area, and yet it's still it overshadows the the local artists that really is like, oh no, you got to keep an eye on them, because I'm telling you, they're honored with the flowers. Missy Elliott is truly honored. I believe she's getting inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, first a female rapper getting inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a songwriter as well too. Well, inducted in the Songwriters Hall of Fame too, two different ones. But she's honored with the flowers. But I do think that we do have to kind of like, okay, don't never forget them, but let's help the ones that are the up and coming, because they do need that opportunity, they do need that platform. Their songs, we have to continue to stream their music and buy their music. And you also mentioned too, it's all about money. It's a money over morals thing in the music industry. And I feel like that's just in general, like corporations are like gonna always try to take advantage of the little people, right? So it's very awesome what you guys are doing with the full package. And may I ask, was there any other names besides the full pack while y'all were brainstorming? What other names like came about? Was it like I don't know, the full gifts, the full was there any other ideas that y'all thought about besides the full package?
I think the only other name that was considered was the total package instead of the full package.
Okay.
But to be honest with you, as soon as that term was put out there, we just were already like, in my mind, as soon as I heard it, we were already like a box, like a shipping box with, and then everybody was just throwing ideas, and it just made it so fun, like to call it the full package. But it also made sense because that's truly, people always say that in relationships. I'm looking for the full package when it comes to a relationship. And in this case, obviously not a romantic relationship, but, in music per se, we're looking for the full package. We're looking for somebody who, they write their own lyrics, and, they don't have to produce, but they're going to perform. They're going to write their own songs, they're going to perform it, and we want to see all the aspects of the writing quality and the performance. So, but yeah, it was always going to be the something package, but
another question I want to ask, we have American Idol, you have The Voice. America's Got Talent kind of goes mostly music. You know, they take a, you know, they kind of they're another music show in my opinion. But what separates you? And the X Factor, can't forget the X Factor.
Yeah.
What separates you from, say, other singing competitions?
So the most obvious, and the one that we wanted to be the most obvious, was that throughout the competition, there are no cover songs. Every single episode, every single challenge, these contestants are going to have to write all new original songs. So, you know, these artists are always out here performing at open mics. 99% of the time, you will not hear somebody perform a cover song unless it's karaoke. Now, the open mics, people are always doing their own poetry. They're doing their own music. So why is it that we have to stop at that level and be at open mics? Or we can do showcases and festivals. But the most obvious thing and the biggest thing that we wanted people to differentiate us from those shows is that all of it is original music. The beat has to be original. We're not having no copyright issues. That's not happening. So the lyrics, the melodies, everything has to be from scratch, original music. So
I would say that. And then the other aspect, of course, there have been some other competitions, some smaller scale ones, aside from, you know, X Factor, American Idol, you know, The Voice, and in that they did do songwriting, but also, you know, we're asking these contestants to, in a matter of 2 to 4 weeks in between, mostly 2 weeks, to write an original song and then perform it.
Yeah.
And so, of course, to me, that's even more challenging, you know, because you got to build it into your regular life. You know, a lot of people on American Idol, you know, they've gone away for a period of time to do these, you know, these competitions, and they're just fully focused on that. Whereas our individuals, you know, they're going to work, they've got families, you know, they've got stuff going on outside of the competition, but they're still going to be, you know, recording, writing, and performing, you know, a new piece every 2 to 4 weeks. And so it's like we've called before, like a boot camp. It really is like a writing boot camp.
That's awesome. That's awesome. May I ask, because, you know, the world wants to know, when you were choosing the amazing judges, like, what were you looking for in a judge? Because I'll put it out there. You know, I've mentioned before, hey, I'm a judge. You know, I can hold a tune. You know, I did the kids choir a couple times, but I consider myself a wild card judge, right? Because, you know, people like my dear friend Roberta Lee, right? Extremely talented individual. Dizzy the host. I believe there was another gentleman, and I'm losing train of thought, but you know, like I said, I consider myself a wild card. So what was the initial thought process of saying, okay, look, we got to have this, we got to have him, we got to have her? What was that? How was that thought process going?
So the one thing that I wanted to hear out of our potential judges' mouths when we were talking to them and setting up meetings was not how much money am I going to make off of this? It was, I want to help better the community. I want to help educate other people in the 757 and help them learn the next steps for them to be successful, whether they want to be an artist or they want to be an entrepreneur, anything that they want to do to move forward. That's what we were looking for. Because we met with quite a few people, and the common thing with you, Arrington, and with Dizzy and G Unit Capo, Hannon Lane, Kobe High, Roberta. Did I say Dizzy already? I think I said Dizzy. All the judges. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anyone. But the most important thing that they agreed upon with us was that they want to make the 757 a better place and have better opportunities for creatives and for artists in the area. So
yeah, I definitely think that was, you know, is important that they had the heart behind what we're doing. I would say I'm a lot more logistical in how I think about business structuring and people on a team. I was kind of thinking too, as we were talking about putting people together, you know, of everybody's different personalities. One of the most important things we wanted to make sure is that all of our judges were neutral to the contestants, meaning, you know, none of our judges produce any of our contestants, so, and to be honest with you, I highly doubt that any of our judges are going to know hardly any of the contestants, the way that we've structured it.
Yeah.
And so that puts a very neutral platform so that, the initial eliminations in the auditions, that we know it's fair, because that is something that has really hurt, deeply hurt a lot of local artists. And, they've shared with us a lot how stuff like that has affected their mental health and affected how they view their worth as an artist. And so that was something we took very seriously in, selecting judges, as well as, like I said, personalities. Arrington, I knew for your perspective, I knew your personality coming into it is you're the person that you're kind of like me. I can't really be a judge because I'm like Oprah said, everybody will win. If I do it, I'm like, everybody wins. Like, I love everybody. You know what I mean? And and to be honest, you're on the lines of that. Of course, you're still very business minded and understand decisions have to be made, but you're a very kind and from what I see in business, you're very kind, supportive, loyal, individual. You are. I've seen it, and so I know. Yeah, and you love music, and you do have a lot of experience in going to a lot of music events, and you have a lot of ties to music. Just like with like Roberta. That connection came through through you guys. So I just felt like your personality brings balance. Some of our other judges, they're in the industry already. Mm-hmm. Hannon Lane's a big time producer. Dizzy has she's been spitting. Rapping
she's
for
a great
years
rapper.
and years, writing, and she already has her own show. Everybody's personality is going to balance one another. So we're getting some that are very kind of straightforward, some that are going to give more of the critical feedback based on musical knowledge. And then some that are really, just have a passion and love for music and have followed music and done music events. And they're coming from a perspective of, supporting these artists. And we wanted our judges to be the full package.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you get some snaps. You get snaps on that one. You get some snaps on that one. Well, you know what I loved when I was we had a meeting earlier during the week, and again, Hampton Roads is a big area. The 7 cities is very spread out. Besides Roberta, we all didn't know each other at all. And it's funny because once the meeting occurred, we're like, like Dizzy. I knew Dizzy. And right when we finished, we both looked at each other. I know you. And she said, I know you too. And we just started talking and talking. And I bring that up because, again, strangers, we didn't know at all about coming together, being judges, or coming together about for this project. But it shows we all have a mission, and we all are here to help be a blessing to others and through their journey. And literally, like Nina had mentioned, no one talked about, look, I need to get my money up, or I need to get paid like that. No, I want to help someone through their journey on growing as an artist. I want to see their smiles when they, whoever will be victorious, and I want to see the reaction about, possibly getting the criticism, but is there to help them to continue to grow as grow their brand as an artist. And it's just dope. It's dope because again, so many people when we came there were like, oh, I know you. It's just I think it's awesome because it's a community of people that are really, we're here to continue to grow the arts in Hampton Roads. And again, there's a lot of talented people. I mean, we have 24, I believe, contestants as of right now. And can we actually speak on that? Because Sunday is the very first of the auditions, and yeah, it is Sunday. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Want to make sure.
Yes.
Okay. Now what do y'all hope to? What is the mission? What is the mission? What do y'all hope to get? Or you would like to see the viewers, right? The viewers get out of the full package podcast. What is the all around outcome you want to see once the season has occurred, and it's like what do you want the people to get out of this?
So for me, I would say you know, when you're watching American Idol or watching The Voice and all those shows, you start to, I guess, I wouldn't say not fall in love. I almost said fall in love, but have a connection with some of the artists, and you get like a favorite artist that you want to win and all that kind of stuff. So throughout the season, we want the viewers to build connection with these artists because it's going to help the artist exposure as well. So being able for like the artist to have a connection with the viewers and actually build relationships, that can go with collaborating with producers, with other music artists, with if you need a videographer for your music videos, anything like that. So the viewers can watch this and be like, oh, I like this person's music, but now I'm seeing all these different artists that I can work with. And at the end of the day, it's going to be a big spider web of people being able to work together. And that's what we want to help build in this area. Not, and as Michelle likes to say, and I'll let her explain it more, but the gatekeeping aspect is if you have your own little sauce, your little secret recipe, that's fine. But I feel like at the end of the day, we need to be helping each other and working with each other, collaborating. So
yeah, I agree with that. And yeah, Nina obviously touched on the gatekeeping. And, you know, over the last couple of years, as I've been close to other local music artists, that is the most common thing that has happened. You know, if you're not willing to pay every single person just to have a connection, you know, just to be able to talk to somebody. And, you know, it's unfortunate. I know it happens all the time in mainstream as well. You know, it's just, to me, in our perspective, we have a lot of connections that are local and, you know, from Atlanta, from New York City, from LA. People may not even know how much support, you know, I get messages every day from people, you know, from close friends who are already in the industry, from Miami, from LA, New York, Atlanta, and they're very supportive. And they're like, we're watching you guys. We're watching you guys. Like, do this, do that, you know, just don't give up, keep going. You know, it's okay. You're going to have challenges. Things are not going to go as planned. That's okay. Keep going, you know, and because I truly believe that people do want to remove a lot of those barriers in the music industry in general. And so even though this is like, we're like I said, this is a small seed that we've planted that we're building, but, you know, I'm a visionary, and my vision of how this could actually help is like so far, like beyond it, you know, not just changing the music culture in our area, but in, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of other cities, you know, like I've said before, like going to Fayetteville, North Carolina. You know, I lived there for 7 years, tons of talented music artists there, not a lot of opportunity, you know, so we see this as a long-term opportunity, you know, not necessarily a short term. And, you know, from my perspective too, what I would love for people to see and take from this is also the effect that music from local artists can have on you. And I give an example where at Buco Resto, I went one night, and, you know, this gentleman got up to perform, and he did maybe 2-3 minute song. By the end of it, I was just crying. And he was talking about, you know, racism. He was talking about, you know, family, you know, cultural and family barriers that he's had happen, you know, within his own family and within our local community, and dealing with, you know, the justice system, and just in general, just a lot of pain that is stemmed from, you know, how he grew up right here in Hampton Roads. And it affected me so much. Like, I just cried. And then Nina, you know, the other day when Nina got up and sang Drain.
Listen, let me tell you something. I was in my feelings. That song, right? I almost forgot I was married. I'm like, they said, Arrington, huh? Oh my gosh, Nina, for one, I just had, because it was of course I've heard you sing on, you know, through social media and just your music on streams, but in person. And let me tell you something, beautiful voice, beautiful spirit. Yeah, like I said, Michelle was like, did you feel that? I said, I'm sweating. It's just a little sweat. That's all. I'm sweating in my eyes. That's all. I was sweating in my eyes.
Let's just be honest. We both were crying, because I know I was standing there like, you know, and I've heard the song before, but it's hearing people's stories but how they're performing it. That's why it's also a performance competition. Because if you're going to get up, I'm going to be honest, if you're going to get up and sing some real sexy song, you know, I wouldn't expect you to be standing there singing a sexy song, just looking like, you know,
standing like Adele. Adele's amazing, but I mean, just stand still, just like an Oscar, but singing.
Like, yes. But when you can feel the emotions that songwriter felt when they were writing that, man, whether it's, you know, happy, sad, sexy, you know, mad, it doesn't matter what emotion it is. We're not looking for any particular emotion. We're looking for all the emotions, but affecting people, and that can change your life. Like her song Drained, it literally impacts me and makes me want to set better boundaries in my life. And I literally hear it and I go do it. And I'm like, I literally do. I hear it and I'm like, you know what? This is what I need to do in my life. Because she's right. That song is right. You know, people can drain you and you have to set good boundaries. And, you know, look, I'm getting almost
to kind of piggyback what Michelle is saying, like, Nina, to me, you are the artist that we have to continue to give flowers to and to let our youth, okay, look, here's an artist you need to listen to, because like you said, give boundaries. Here's where I get I get in trouble a lot, because I criticize like a lot of popular artists now, because I'm like, okay, your concept is common. You either how many times have I seen Meg Thee Stallion twerk? I'm like, girl, okay, we know you got good knees. How many times do we got to see you squat all the time? I'm like, oh, it's just like I get so irritated because she's not the only one. Same for, you know, and it's not just in hip hop. It can be for R&B, because let's be honest, true R&B is not current right now, in my opinion. I just feel as though like it leans more to either pop or hip hop realm. Studio artists don't sound the same live. It's just it's all about marketing, and it's not really about, you know, really making a change, because like youth now, their public figures are music artists. Like they're not looking at, you know, somebody that's won a Nobel Peace Prize or somebody that's doing great in the community. Their music is everything. I mean, through the pandemic, we listen to music. I mean, if it wasn't for D Nice, we would have struggled during the pandemic. So it's like music is so important in the community. So I do feel as though, like what you said, Michelle, boundaries is big. So I'm excited just to see, you know, the uniqueness, hear the stories, see who can make a, you know, an impact with the song. Because I mean, hey, it could be a song where if I got some good news, boom, I can turn you on. If I'm going through something, I can turn you on. If I want to, you know, if I'm on vacation, I can turn you on. It's those levels where I'm like, okay, look, I want to see it happen. And I'm excited, and I truly think it is going to be it's going to be a success. I'm not just saying that because you guys are my friends, but I truly am telling you the truth. It is going to be massive. It really is. And I'm hoping to get in contact with a good friend of mine who she serves on city council in Virginia Beach, and I want to say where Buco Resto is her district. I'm hoping that she comes out, because it can be like, you know, I don't know, the anthem for a community event or something. I don't know. I want her to come see it. And I truly thank you both for taking the time to chat for this exclusive. Again, guys, the auditions will be starting this Sunday. Okay, this Sunday. So please check it out on please give us your socials. How do people continue to stay in touch with the Full Package podcast?
Yep. Yeah. I'm sorry.
My bad.
We're so respectful of one another. Like, okay.
That was a bad send off. That was a bad. Let me rewind that. Okay, ladies. All right. How can we stay in touch with the Full Package podcast? Give me the Full Package contest.
So the main the main social media platform that we use is Instagram. So it's going to be at the Full Package Contest VA. That is on Instagram. And then our website is thefullpackagecontest.com. So, and we have other socials.
Yeah. And we will be streaming after the auditions. The actual show will be streaming on YouTube, which is the Full Package Contest. Awesome. So we will be definitely streaming that. We're going to have post-production as well. And, you know, people are welcome to come out to Buco, you know, come out on the nights of our events, which they just need to stay tuned to our socials, and we'll post the public events that we're having, and, you know, come on out and support the local artists. We love that.
Awesome.
One last thing, if you don't mind me saying, that we forgot to say And like I know a little bit ago I said it wasn't about the money, but I just got to say what the cash prizes are because no other contest.
Look, I'm looking at them cash prizes. I'm like, shoot, I might go in disguise as a contestant. Hold up. Hold up.
His hair gonna be upside down. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so Nina got jokes. Okay, Nina got jokes. No.
Look, her and Ciroc.
I'm telling you, I don't know. But yeah,
So,
no, give those cash prizes.
Yeah, so third place is $500, second place is $1,000, and first place is $1,500. And on top of that, we're gonna have interviews for them. Even if you get into, we're still figuring it out, but maybe like the top 5, top 6, something like that. We're gonna do interviews. We're gonna make sure that they're set up to have more things to look forward to after they win the contest.
Yep, some features. Wink, wink. Some can't release all the fun and exciting, but there's gonna be some features coming out of too for these artists.
Yeah,
that is dope. Hold on, 1,500, 1,000. Like I said, I'm telling you, I'm about to change. Look, I'm about to. I'm telling y'all gonna be saying, "Where's Aaron today?" He's supposed to be. Y'all gonna see me hit the stage. Okay, y'all ready? Hit my music. Hit my music.
He's missing from the judge chair.
1,000, 1,500. That's good, right? That's about $1,500, right? No.
Okay. Is there a in the green room?
Man, I truly appreciate y'all guys. Look, I'm gonna chat with Michelle and Nina just for a little bit after this show, so I'm gonna keep them backstage. So I thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Again, the full package contest starts Sunday. You heard the socials. YouTube full package contest on Instagram. Yes, please continue to support. This is an awesome, and then go on their website too to read more about their mission at thefullpackagecontest.com. So Michelle, Nina, I'll talk to you in a few. But ladies and gents, I hope you all had a great time and enjoyed that conversation here on the Arrington Gavin podcast. Again, I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Also, YouTube. Subscribe to R Smooth Club Media, okay? Our YouTube channel, R Smooth Club Media, and then on Facebook at R Smooth Club Podcast. What else? Oh, yeah. I host a weekly radio show on WNSB Hot 91.1 FM, the soul of VA in your city, hosted by myself, along with my family, comedian Ciroc Fox, hustle queen herself, Miss Michelle Young, and also got to shout out our amazing producer, Mr. Cam Godley. You can tune into that show every Sundays at 12 p.m. And look, if you are not in the Hampton Roads area and you can't find us on that radio dial, no worries. There's two other ways you can tune into our show online. Live, you can listen to us live online at wnsb.org. Also, download the WNSB app. It is free, so you can tune into us from there. So, look, peace and blessings. Y'all take care. I will see y'all next time. And, hey, y'all better tune into the full package content because it's going to be dope. God bless y'all.